Why, hello there, and welcome to the beautiful land of Mengzhou and another episode on the Fusion-only account. In the last episode, we summoned for both little Nia and her signature weapon, all while getting absolutely shafted in the process. So much so, in fact, that we ultimately were forced to swipe just to secure her. Yep, it was a truly dark day for this account. But anyway, in today's episode, it's finally time to build our girl Nia, and in the process complete another team for this account. And by the end of today's episode, we'll officially have two not-so-fully built teams ready to take on the endgame grind. Our critical base team consisting of Changli, Lupa, and Morny. And once we finish building Nia, our brand new Fusion Burst team featuring Emeth, Denia, and Brant. So, ladies and gentlemen, in the pursuit of keeping this introduction as short as humanly possible, let's get to work, shall we? So, much like our Emeth building session, we figured that before we actually build our girl Nia, it might be a nice change of pace to, actually get to know her first. And in that pursuit, we jumped right back into the story where we debated whether or not to summon for Emeth Sequence 1 during her rerun in 2 weeks. Have that plan immediately shot to pieces by the WuWa devs drip marketing another Fusioneer in the form of Jingran. Headed to the Demir Plains to farm Nia's Ascension materials. Activated the Megazord. Ran into a corrupted Nia who tried to stop us from saving our daughter using the power of Tetris no less. Realized that we don't despise the Grand Architect enough. Unlocked Nia as a weekly boss. Witnessed exactly why Hayuki is the coolest character in the entire game. Teamed up with our daughter. Relived our Armored Core 6 days. Defeated an interdimensional being using the combined power of humanity's spirit and one giant-ass mecha. Saved and reunited with our daughter. Got really tempted to summon for Changli's Sequence 2. Remembered that Jingren is going to be a thing in the next patch. Celebrated Nia's birthday with her as she wrestled with her guilt, which surely won't make this story quest end badly, right? Get dragged into the most horror-filled portion we've seen from a WuWa story to date. And finally, as if all that wasn't enough, witness our little Nia banish herself to the void. Yeah, losing the Fusioneer we're supposed to be building is not exactly the best start to an episode, we gotta admit.
What the heck is going on?
Don't worry, Abby, we're sure we'll get our answers. Hopefully somewhere in the near future, but for now at least. Now that we're finally caught up and completely up to date with WuWa's story, at least on this account, it's finally time to get into the reason you all clicked on this video in the first place, building our tragic little Nia. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's cue the montage.
Behold, the colors of the stars. This moment only. It feels like I can control more void matter now. Getting stronger is always a good thing, right? So you just need more power? I see. But to borrow my power... that's far too risky. Be careful. I can feel it. LF1. It never really left. You knew the risks, and yet you still came this far. You were just impossible, always. But thanks to you, I can stabilize void matter now. It's a bit embarrassing to say, but I think I want to use this power to protect everyone. Existence is meaningless. Life is meaningless. We are meaningless. And thinking about this meaningless world is meaningless too. Or so Aleph 1 says. But meaningless as I am, I can still hear my own heartbeat. I can still hear the laughter we shared. And now, I believe some things are real. Maybe that's how it's always been. I'm more afraid of being alone than I ever was of the void.
So, having fully ascended our little Nia alongside her weapon and getting sucker punched right in the feels by her final Ascension dialogue, we reached the point in our building montage where we started maxing out her skills, which, thanks to a rare combination of foresight and poor scheduling, which actually worked in our favor, granted us the ability to take every single one of her skills all the way to level 10 while also unlocking all of her passives, with no additional farming required, which meant we still had roughly 2,200 wave plates left from the standard 3,000 wave plate budget we usually set aside for these building episodes. So naturally, we threw every last one of them into echo farming. And well, folks, let's just say we probably should have bought ourselves a lottery ticket while we were recording this episode. Because throughout our farming session, we rolled numerous echoes with 4 out of 5 substats that were absolutely perfect for Nia, leaving us with a final build that actually sits just a tiny bit behind our Changli, which, obvious innuendo aside, if you watch Changli's building session, you'll know that's an incredibly good place to be, especially for a support unit on this account. But despite all that, one burning question still remains, and that is, how does our little Nia perform in the endgame? Well, there's only one way to find out, and that's by heading over to the Tower of Adversity. So, without further ado, folks, let's head on over and see what our little Nia is truly capable of, shall we? Well, we gotta admit we are impressed. Not for a single moment did we think that Nia was going to output the amount of damage that she did. We mean, obviously we knew she was powerful, especially in luck teams alongside Morny, but we were definitely skeptical about her performance in a mono fusion team, especially considering she was taking the place of Lupa, who, as we all know, is one of the main pillars of every mono fusion team out there. So to see our Fusion Burst team perform as well as it did without Lupa, especially with two members still not being fully built yet, we have to admit, the pain we went through summoning our little Nia was, in fact, completely worth it. And with two teams that can now compete in the Tower of Adversity and a brand new Fusioneer on the horizon in the form of Jingran, who, if certain shall we say, dreams are to be believed, is shaping up to be an incredible solo unit for this account. And you know what, folks? After all this time on this account, we think it's safe to say that this account, and the Fusioneers within it, are shaping up rather nicely if we do say so ourselves. And now that we can finally compete in the Tower of Adversity and earn a little more Asterite each patch, we think it's time to spend a little bit of the 400 of the 700 Asterite we earned during that showcase to treat our adorable little sensei to a brand new halo. Ah, doesn't she look cute in her new halo, folks? And while we would buy our adorable little sensei her skin to complete the look, we unfortunately cannot due to a certain collaboration that in fact drained us dry more than we hoped for. Regardless, folks, we've finally reached the end of today's episode, and if you watched all the way to the very end, genuinely, thank you. Your time and your support mean more to us than you'll ever know. And hey, if you feel like we've earned it, why not consider leaving us a like, dropping a comment, or even subscribing to the channel? It really does mean the world to us, and we'd be honored to have you aboard. And until the next time, ladies and gentlemen, always remember to take care, stay safe, and we'll see all you lovely people in the next one.
Oh no, gringe!